finish up the chart, we're going to recall the two equations of growth function and decay function. And our A value, depending on whether it's growth or decay, is either 1 plus the rate of the growth rate or 1 minus R, where R is our decay rate. So in this problem, we know that the initial amount is 62,000. So it's going to be R of t equals 62,000 times something to the t. It's decay, so I know whatever number I put in here has to be less than 1. Now this is our decay rate. So percents don't work well with us. We have to change them to decimals. 968. Now that's a rate. That's an R value. I need the A. Remember, this whole thing is A. So I'm going to off to the side go 1 minus R equals A. Our rate is 0.968. So 1 minus 0.968 equals A. So when you do that subtraction, you get 0.032 is the A value. Remember, A isn't a percent, that's a factor. So our growth factor, what goes in this column, will be 0.032. And then that's the number that goes in here. All right, so starting with this one, we've got our initial amount. So I got 2,500, something to the t, and I just need to figure out what goes inside. Now this is 0.24 as a factor, so that goes right in here. And because it's the factor and it's less than 1, that's decay. Remember, a factor was our A value that can get put right into the formula. But to figure out the growth or decay rate, this is where I've got to go back to, okay, this was decay, that was my A value. So in using this formula, and I'm going to come right down here with this, A equals 1 minus R. All right, I know what the factor is, 0.24 equals 1 minus R. Solve for R, take away 1 from both sides. Use your calculator if you need to. That comes up a negative 0.76 equals negative R. So R then is going to be 0.76. That's our rate, but we like our rates written as percents. So move that decimal over 2 places to the right, 76%. It's a matter of using these formulas and plugging in either the A or the R and then solving for the other one. So for this one, our initial value is 4. So R of t equals 4. Now we just need to plug in. Now I'm not given the factor, so I can't just plug in 136. All right, but I do know it's a growth, so I'm going to change the percent to a decimal. That's the rate, right? So I come back up here to my formula, growth function 1 plus R. So A equals 1 plus R. My R happens to be 1.36. Add those up. I get 2.36, and that's my A value. And A goes right into the formula. Okay. This one gives me the equation, kind of like in step 1 here, and we're going to break it down. So my initial is 525. The factor is bigger than 1, so it's a growth. And the factor itself is 1.62. So now I need to find the growth rate. So I come back to the growth function. I'm looking for R. So I've got 1 plus R is equal to my A value. And our A value happens to be 1.62. Solve for R, subtract 1. R equals 0.62. But we like our rates as percents, so that's 62%.